When someone says introvert, what do you think of it? Maybe a timid person who keeps to themselves at parties, or a student who seldom participates in class discussions. But guess what? Being an introvert involves so much more than just how often you socialize, or let's say don't socialize. Being an introvert simply means having a greater inclination towards alone time and less of a craving for socializing. However, introverts may show their introversion in different ways. Today we're exploring the captivating realm of introversion, a personality trait that can be demonstrated in different forms. While there are similarities among introverts, there are also unique variations within the spectrum that can shed light on this enthralling trait. Here are 4 types of introverts along with short explanations and examples. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Human Mind Project. Number 1. Social introvert. There are some people out there who just love spending time with their closest pals and having a good old socializing session. However, when it comes to bigger gatherings or small talk, it can feel pretty tiring for them. These folks put a lot of value in meaningful connections and deep conversations. Rather than just chit-chatting about the weather, instead of having a ton of acquaintances, they usually prefer to stick to a tight-knit group of friends. You might not realize it, but some introverts are pretty gregarious in cozy environments. They can give off the impression that they're extroverts, but don't let that fool you. They still need some solitude to re-energize and might be more drawn to low-key socializing than big ragers or packed gatherings. For instance, one of these social introverts might have a blast going out for coffee with their buddies to chat about things they're all interested or have conversations that get them thinking. Quality time is key for them, and they enjoy activities that bring them closer together and let them bond on a deep level. This could be anything from enjoying some heart-to-heart talks to doing things that they all like attending book club meetings, sharing hobbies, or adventures in small groups to new places. If you're a social introvert, you might love spending time with others, but you also need to be by yourself and recharge your batteries. Too much social activity can make you feel exhausted and in need of some peaceful alone time to feel refreshed again. Being a social introvert might mean you're shy or not good at being social. You just prefer more genuine and close-knit social connections rather than superficial and big events. Keep that in mind. Number 2, the thinking introvert. If you're someone who loves nothing more than exploring the depths of your mind, you may very well be a thinking introvert. Many of these individuals are drawn to activities that get their minds working, such as reading, writing, or researching topics that interest them. They crave their alone time, where they can delve into their thoughts and ponder the complexities of life. One thing that sets thinking introverts apart is their love of intellectual pursuits, whether it's poring over a dense philosophical text or analyzing complex scientific theories. They are never tired of exploring the world around them. They're often drawn to analytical fields where they can put their critical thinking skills to use. Creativity is another major part of a thinking introvert's life. Whether it's painting, playing an instrument, or crafting poetry, they relish any opportunity to express themselves through art. For these individuals, creativity is a way to connect with the emotions and thoughts that swirl around inside their heads. In short, thinking introverts are people who thrive when they're given the chance to deep dive into their minds. If this sounds like you, embrace your inner introvert and enjoy the rich inner world that lies within. For thinkers and introverts alike, self-reflection plays a key role in personal growth and development. Spending time alone in peaceful environments allows them to fully embrace their reflective process and engage in chosen activities that energize and inspire them. But not all introverts fall solely into the thinking introvert category. People can have a mix of traits from varying introverted categories. However, the thinking introvert category sheds light on those who tend to be deeply reflective, enjoy intellectual activities, and express themselves creatively. Number 3, the anxious introvert. Anxious introverts are folks who, like other introverts, dig alone time. They love their alone time and aren't so jazzed about socializing. But they're also dealing with some next-level social anxiety. That means they might feel nervous, self-conscious, or straight up overwhelmed in social situations, especially if they're around people they don't know or lots of people at once. Because of that, anxious introverts may prefer to hang back and observe rather than jump in and take part. They might opt out of social events altogether and feel way more comfortable kicking it in the chill, low-key settings where they can chat with close friends or family. That's the kind of environment where they feel at ease without the social anxiety creeping up and stressing them out. Let's say you're an introverted person who gets pretty anxious in social settings, like parties or crowded events. You might prefer to hang out with just a few close friends or do something on your own to help you feel calm and relaxed. Maybe you enjoy reading, listening to music, taking nature walks, or working on creative projects that help you wind down. It's worth noting that not all introverts experience social anxiety in the same way. If you're someone who gets nervous in social settings, it might take you a bit longer to get comfortable around new people. Finding ways to slowly ease yourself into new environments or practicing techniques to manage your anxiety can be helpful. If you're close to an anxious introvert, it can go a long way to respect their need for space and to be accommodating to their preferences. Creating a supportive and comfortable social atmosphere can make a world of a difference to them, especially if they're your good friend or family member. Number 4, the restrained introvert. The last one is introverts who tend to be cautious and don't mind keeping to themselves during social interactions. They might seem quiet or shy even in situations they're comfortable with. These types of introverts prefer to take their time before opening up and usually observe more than actively participating in conversations. Time spent alone is very valuable to reserved introverts, and it provides solitude to recharge and allows for personal reflection on their thoughts and emotions. Creative activities such as writing, art, or similar outlets give them the means to express themselves comfortably and introspectively. During social events, reserved introverts prefer smaller groups or one-on-one interactions because they feel more relaxed and at ease sharing their thoughts and feelings. They enjoy deeper, meaningful conversations over small talk and tend to think before speaking. So let's say you're a little reserved and introverted. That's totally fine. You might find solace in activities like reading or pursuing creative hobbies. And when it comes to socializing, you probably prefer smaller groups of close friends over big, overwhelming crowds. Just because you're a bit more low-key doesn't mean you're not social or confident. When you're comfortable, you have a lot to offer in meaningful, thoughtful conversations. Getting to know your personality type can benefit you in many ways. It can improve your communication with people who have different personalities and enhance your relationships with them. This insight might have helped you, right? You can now easily differentiate between the various types and even think of new ones. As an introvert, which of the 4 types did you resonate with? Share this knowledge with any introverted friend you have. Don't hesitate to like and subscribe to the Human Mind Project. Take care.